Good morning, everyone. Thank you for logging into this month's webinar brought to you by the Belize Hotel Association in collaboration with Belizeing.com. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful morning this day. I am Angela from Belizeing.com, and I'll be your host along with Alicia from the Belize Hotel Association. Today's webinar topic is about blogging, the art of storytelling, presented by Larry Waite. Larry Waite is one of the best-selling authors of the book The Ultimate Belize Bucket List. He is the founder of BelizeHub.com, one of the most visited travel sites in Belize, and is also an active blogger on numerous blog sites on the internet. Before we get into this presentation, I'd like to pass it on to Alicia for some BHA member announcements. Alicia, are you there?
Alicia, can you hear us? I think her link. I think
Okay.
I think I think she went offline.
Yeah, maybe Alicia is having some technical difficulties. Hopefully she's
Mhm.
going to log back in soon. But in
Okay.
the meantime, if all the attendees have any questions along the way of this presentation, feel free to enter it in the chat, or if you have any other suggestions or anything that you want to mention to Larry, then feel free to enter it in the chat section on your right. We'll be monitoring the messages and we'll be answering questions at the end of the presentation. Also, Larry has a very special raffle for you guys. So, for all the members that have registered for this webinar, we will raffle a free consultation with Larry. Can you tell us what that consultation is about, Larry?
It's basically an hour of my time where I will provide insights on how to improve search engine optimization, how you can use blogging, and also a list of keywords that the BHA member can use to help increase their traffic and their rankings on the internet.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll be choosing the winner of that consultation at the end of the presentation as well. And so for anyone that is here and watching, we'll be letting you know who wins that consultation with Larry. Okay, so
Okay,
I see
sounds good.
Alicia has joined the room again. Hi, Alicia, can you hear us?
I think she went offline again.
Okay, so
Hi,
Okay,
good
she.
morning.
hello.
Hi, good
Angela,
morning.
Lori, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Can you
Okay,
guys
are you
hear
ready?
Alicia? Maybe you could send a yes in the chat
I
section
got a
for
little
Alicia.
connection problems just now, sorry.
All right. So, do you have any announcements for the BHA members?
So yes, good morning everyone. I want to thank you all for registering this morning. Just want to remind you.
I believe Alicia got cut off again.
I think she got
That
connected.
AGM will be my field marketing director from Travel Click. So make sure to be there. I want to welcome Mr. Larry Wade. Larry, welcome, and we look forward to your amazing webinar on blogging.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Alicia.
Uh, okay, guys, the presentation focuses on the art of storytelling, and we'll be looking at different strategies and tactics that you can use in your business to take your company to the next level when it comes to internet marketing. And okay, so I'm ready now to present. So, the art of storytelling just for marketers. If the only story you have told are the ones you have read to your children, it's time to learn about the importance of storytelling in today's world of competitive marketing. So, whether you own a tour company, a resort, have a restaurant, you can use storytelling to promote your business on the internet. my friend Neil Patel, who's one of the top internet marketers in the world, he says that the most effective way to engage and persuade people is through storytelling. According to scientists, people's brain are hardwired to respond to storytelling. And senior contributor at Forbes, Kimberly Wilter, says that using storytelling has proven a success for internet marketers. And in fact, it should be a priority for your business who want to tap the heart and mind of current and prospective clients, particularly in the day and age of 30-second sound bites. So in a nutshell, if you're not using storytelling in your business, it's time to start using storytelling. Here is a chart that shows our brain and how we respond to storytelling. The chart says that in our everyday life, personal stories and gossip make up 65% of the conversation. And humans have been communicating through stories for the last 40,800 years. This graph was extracted from Neil Patel, who is a successful internet marketer. So the concept of storytelling is hardly new. And like I said, scientists who have conducted studies on the topic, scientists have conducted studies on the topic for centuries. And science says that when we're told a story, it's human nature to lean in, become engaged, and even grow to like the person who's spinning the tale. So no wonder what marketers and businesses are using stories to drive their enterprises can point to sales, traffic, and favorability increases as a direct result of using this technique. Storytelling also gets to the root of emotion, which is why it's such an effective tool in the hands of marketers who are looking into establishing a deep connection with people who they're trying to persuade that the product or services that they're selling is superior to that of competitors. This is a chart here that shows how storytelling affects our brain. You can use stories to influence your audience decisions by making them think that your idea is their own through emotional relations. According to Princeton University, there is a part of the brain called the insula cortex. And the insula cortex of the person telling a story and the person listening to it synchronizes every time we tell a story. So the insula is the part of the brain that helps us to emotionally relate to experiences such as inspiration, pain, joy, disgust, and fear. In addition to provoking emotion, storytelling can also be used as a learning tool. Consumers want to know more about the world around them, and they selfishly want to know how their world will benefit from the product or services that you represent. My friend David Meerman Scott, who wrote the best-selling book, The New Rules of Marketing and PR, he says that when you write a story, your story should help solve a problem, because the consumer or your potential client, they don't care about you, they care about their problem. So you have to ensure that whenever you write a story or a blog, that it's solving a problem for the consumer. So storytelling can be used to gain clients. Within the stories you tell, you must appeal to everything from safety to sensibilities, create marketing messages and themes that employ both, and there's a better than average chance that your target audience will be favorably disposed to like your product or service. Do a brilliant job, and they could even abandon their current brand in your favor. For example, with Apple, they did an amazing, Steve Jobs was an amazing marketer, and he was able to get millions of consumers to purchase his product through the art of storytelling. So storytelling is more than just a strategic tool. It's also a tactical tool. You're operating in a fragmented media universe. There's so much information out there right now. So you have to ensure that the story that you're delivering is one, solving problem, two, is engaging your client or your affecting their emotion in a positive way. So, for example, marketer James Warren writes that using storytelling to infuse a product with personality and heart is the secret to success. We can look at several examples in Belize. For example, Ian Anderson's from Case Branch. He converted his camp into a jungle lodge, and now he features tree houses as part of the accommodation that he makes available to tourists. And just the word treehouse can evoke nostalgia in travelers trying to decide between resorts and eco lodges. So Ian Anderson blogs about staying in the treehouse and how an adventure vacation or a nature vacation helps you to connect with nature, reduces stress, and gets you to become a better person. And another example, and this is we're looking at the real estate industry in Belize, is Cerro Sands. Cerro Sands is a retirement community in northern Belize. The owner uses blogging and storytelling as a way to inform and educate potential clients about why they should retire in Corozal, Belize. So, for example, if you go to Google and you search qualified retirement program in Belize, you're going to see that Cerro Sands pops up on the search engines. And the article not only informs and educates people about coming and retiring in Belize, but also that you get to enjoy a plethora of benefits offered by the government of Belize whenever you come and retire and invest in the country. You can visit cerrosands.com and check out the blog section and to get more idea of the blogs that they're putting out there to attract clients and grow their presence on the internet. So the question now is what's your story? You have to start asking yourself, what's your story? If you own a restaurant, you might want to create a website or a Facebook page, and you can start writing about it. Why you started the restaurant, what inspired you to start the restaurant, what are some of the meals that you want the consumers that visit your restaurant to try, and convert it into a story, and you can get your friends to assist you, and there's so many resources on the internet that you can use to be able to craft a compelling story. So in a nutshell, ask yourself, what's your story, and take it from there. The part 2 of the presentation looks at why travel blogs matter. And the reason why travel blogs matter is because more and more people depend upon travel resources every day. They help cement the decision travelers make to travel to a specific destination after reading reviews in magazines or on websites. So, for example, if every BHA member in the country starts writing about honeymoon in Central America on their website, and let's say there's 100 BHA members and 100 of them write honeymoon in Central America, and let's say now you're a honeymooner in North America, you go to Google and you search top honeymoon destination, the content, because of so many content that has been created around honeymoons, all that content is going to position Belize as a better honeymoon destination than, let's say, Costa Rica or Fiji or Mexico, all because of the content that we have published and put on the internet. So if you have a scuba diving shop, some of the content that you can start creating would be content on the barrier reef, content on the different corals, content on why Belize is a better scuba diving destination than Mexico or Costa Rica or Panama. And all of this content would then help you to rank on the search engine, and will also help the consumers and potential clients that you have to find you easily on the internet. So the bottom line is that we need more bloggers, and These creative souls encourage every reader to broaden their minds and horizons by traveling to places near and far. Successful bloggers offer innovative information about how to minimize spending, see off the beaten track places, and include plenty of humor and self-deprecating stories, all of which can endear the travel bloggers to read so much that they can't wait to write the next blog post. For bloggers open to traveling to spots that may be in the news for any number of reasons, their writings have the potential to describe history in the making. Add mixed media to your blog, and you'll even grab the attention of folks who don't like to read, but will be happily stay transfixed on your site because the visuals are so compelling. So it doesn't necessarily have to be text. You can also do videos. You can also do Instagram shots, and you can even do like documentaries as part of the content for your business. Here's a chart that shows that businesses that blog versus those businesses that don't blog. So this chart explains the amount of leads or inquiries that a business that blogs versus those that don't. The business that do not blog get less leads than those the businesses that blog. So for example, if you have a scuba diving dive shop and you create the best content on diving on the internet when it comes to Belize versus your competition who doesn't, you're definitely going to win in the internet marketing game, and you'll definitely have more fans and followers, and it's scientifically proven. So what do travelers want to read and what information they seek? If you intend to launch and build a blog that's going to get the information of the audience of travelers you target, example, couples, families, millennials, groups, etc., it's important to know what each universe is most anxious to learn in advance of their domestic or overseas plans. These topics are always of value within blog posts. For example, if you have a resort, one of the information that you want to put on your website is how to get to your resort, how safe your resort is, some of the top attractions that are nearby. So for example, if you're close to the Maya temple sites or the ATM cave or the river, you can include all of that information so that you can position yourself as a more than just a hotel, but close by to all these top attractions. You can also add content on healthcare information, especially for senior travelers. There's a lot of seniors that visit Belize, and they're always carrying their medication. So you can always provide that information on the different hospitals to the seniors, so that they make it available to the seniors so that they can access the information readily. And another important topic is cash. A lot of people want to know if they can use credit card or US cash, and so it's important that you create content on that on your website where you can tell them like, yes, we accept credit cards, no, we don't, and make the job make it easy for the consumer to decide when it comes to picking your business versus your competitor. Here's an example of island expedition blogs are examples of an ideal resource in the country of Belize when it comes to blogging. They do an excellent job creating content around. They create amazing articles on the different things that people are searching on the internet. For example, if you go to their website and you click on the vacation blog, you're going to see blogs like visiting the rainforest of Belize, where to go, what to see, Belize flight deals and information, 5 things to do in Belize this fall. They also make it easy for the consumer to book on their website, and also they have so many valuable information for the consumer to educate themselves about the country. And probably they have a page on flights, probably the most comprehensive page that I've seen on the internet when it comes to flights on the country. The information is about the different airlines that come to Belize, the different airports around the world where we can take a flight to come to the country, and they make it very, very easy for the consumer to read the information and for the consumer to book through them. So I would say without a doubt, their business is flourishing, all because of the blogs and the marketing strategies that they're using. So what do travelers want to read and what information do they seek? Here are some pointers. You can get this PowerPoint presentation from the BHA once I have completed this presentation, and you can get ideas on what you can write about for your blog or for your social media pages. So if you're a resort and you are selling vacation packages, you can always highlight the top things to see in inland Belize and the top things to see on the coast. So for example, in Cayo, the top attractions would be the ATM Cave, Junantonich, the San Ignacio Market, doing the Macau River Tour. And then in Placencia would be Silk Keys, Laughing Bird Key, Coxcomb Basin Wildlife Sanctuary, Monkey River. So you can create content around all these top attractions and make it easy for the consumer to decide to purchase that package once you know exactly what the package would entail. The third phase of the presentation looks at blogging for SEO. SEO is simply search engine optimization, and it's using keywords that people enter in the search engines to find your website and also to find the content that you're looking for. So for example, if you are a shuttle company, an example is Ontane Belize, they're a shuttle company based in Hopkins. They have a blog and they have created a plethora of content on getting to Belize from Belize City to Placencia, or getting to Belize from to Hopkins, getting to Belize to San Ignacio, getting to Belize to Dangriga. And all this content that they have created helps them rank on the search engines for the keywords that people enter, which is getting to Belize City to Placencia, or getting to Belize City to Dangriga. And all of this is helping them win, get new clients, grow their internet presence, and their traffic is just increasing, as well as the branding. More and more people are getting to know about Ontane Belize. So this is a chart that shows the SEO process. The number one thing to know is you have to research and analyze what is it that people are looking for on the internet. There are SEO tools that you can use. Like, for example, you can use the Google AdWords tool to find out the keywords that people are entering in the search engine to find the information that they need. So once you have done your research and analysis, you move to number two. You identify the keyword opportunities. In the example of Ontane Belize, they created content around top things to see and do in Belize for families, or getting to Belize by shuttle, or getting to Belize from Cancun to Belize, etc., etc. So all of these keywords, Ontane then used it to create the content. The third step is on-site coding and implementation. You have to ensure that the coding and everything is working on your site. And once you have done that, you move to number four, which is the copywriting and implementation. You start creating the content around the keywords that people are searching on the internet. And then, of course, you have to look at the speed and site performance. You can get that information from your hosting. Maybe your hosting is put on a shared host. If it is, and you notice that your site is moving slow, then you can always upgrade your hosting or talk to your website master on how to improve the site speed and performance. And then the sixth step is marketing and link building. This would be like, for example, in the example of Ontane Belize, if you go to their blog, you're going to see that if they're writing an article on shuttles and transfers, they always link on that article to their shuttles and transfer page, which in turn helps them with their SEO. And then step number 7 is the ranking, report, and tracking. You can use the free Google Analytics software to record and track the site's visitation, and then you can use all that data to help position your marketing on the internet. So here are some of the links that have more information on the different keyword tools that you can use to find out what people are searching for. You can always check these links and get more information on it for your business. Another important factor about blogging is the headline. My friend Neil Patel says a headline is almost everything. If you spend an hour writing a blog post, you have to spend another hour crafting a headline. And I'll give you guys an example that I use for my site, Belize Hub. One of the things that I started noticing is a lot of people were writing like reasons why you should come to Belize, reasons why you should come to Belize. So what I did is I used reverse psychology, 19 reasons why you should never visit Belize. But it was just a reverse psychology article, which in a nutshell, I compelled people in a reverse psychology way to come to the country. And the article did very well. It's still sending a lot of traffic to BelizeHub.com. And that's just an example of how you can use your creativity to get better at using headlines for your blogs and storytelling articles. Here's a list of effective blogging tips. One of the top bloggers on the internet is Jeff, and he's been in the business for 14 years. He built an entire business using just blogging, and he's if you go to his site or Google his name, you can get a lot of information about how to craft stories and write stories and how he shares his success secret. And I highly recommend that you check him out on the internet and get ideas on what you can do to grow your business on the internet. So you can take a look at these 15 tips and apply it to your business. Here are some resources. These are additional links that I included where you can click on it and get more information on this presentation. You can review it when you have some time and try to use it for your business. And this completes my presentation. If you have any questions, I'll be in the air.
Okay, thank you, Larry, for the presentation, and I hope that everyone got something interesting about blogging and they could apply it to their business as well. So I just wanted to mention one thing about the sixth step with blogging, and it's about marketing and link building. So Larry, what would be your thoughts on guest blogging, and why should business submit guest blogs on other people's websites?
Okay, can you repeat the question, because I think the line is breaking or the sound is.
Yeah, I just was asking, what are your thoughts on guest blogging, and why should
Mhm.
businesses submit guest blogs on other business websites?
Okay, one is you get more exposure on the other person's websites. Like for example, BHA wants to publish. I think the sound is too high. I don't know if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you, Larry.
There's a background noise. I'll lower my speaker. Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was saying that you can use guest blogging to, one, increase your branding on the internet. Two, you can get more backlinks. According to Google, the more backlinks a website has, the easier it will be to rank on the search engines, and you can easily be found on the search engine. So I was giving an example of BHA. What BHA can do is, for example, they can write a blog on why hoteliers should join the BHA in Belize, and they can list all the pros and cons, and they can publish it on my website, BelizeHub.com. And I have probably like 100,000 people that read the site every month. So all the 100,000 people would get to know more about the BHA, and BHA also gets a backlink, and it's just valuable because you're marketing BHA directly, and two, you're helping grow your brand on the internet. So that is one way you can use guest blogging.
Yeah, that's good to know. I also want to say that BHA is helping members with this guest blogging as well with their new blog site. If you
Mhm.
have
Yes, that's
blogs
right,
that you want
Angela.
to submit to Alicia, you can click on this offer that I published to contribute your blog, and we will include your pictures. We will include who the author is, and you will receive the backlink to your website. So this is a way that BHA is helping all its members to build links and to just overall gain exposure and increase for SEO. So that is the end of Larry's presentation. Should we go ahead with picking the winner for the raffle?
Yes, Larry, before I pick the winner, would you like to just give them more information on what they will win?
Well, yes, they'll win an hour with me. I've spent over like 10,000 hours studying SEO and blogging, and I can easily know the competitor, the keywords that they're using, and then use all that data to my advantage. So that's some of the information that I'll be revealing to the winner. And not only that, but I'll also give them some insights on the keywords that they can use on their website to grow their business.
All right, sounds great. So I have all the registrants' names in this bowl. So I'll just give it a toss and we will see who will be our lucky winner. All right. So the winner is Vivian Lizara. So if you have won 1 hour free consultation with Larry.
Yay!
Yeah,
Congratulations. So I believe
Yeah.
sounds good.
Alicia will follow up with you to get details on how to arrange this consultation with Larry.
Okay,
So
awesome.
Yeah.
follow up with her. And yeah, so wait, can you repeat the announcements that you made earlier, Alicia, for BHA members?
Sure. Sure. Just to remind everyone to save the date, Wednesday, July 3rd, our AGM. It's going to be at the Biltmore Plaza. We have a seminar in the morning from 8 until 12. We break for lunch, and then the AGM meetings begins at 1 until 5:30, and then from 5:30 to 7 is a cocktail hour. I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. And just to note, we'll have a wide variety of speakers. It's going to be one of our amazing AGM. So we look forward to seeing everyone there. And I want to thank you, Larry, for this amazing
You're
webinar you
welcome.
did this morning. I personally learned a lot. And
Yeah.
actually, I want to get started now doing some blogs on my own for the BHA.
Okay,
So
awesome.
thank you so much.
I assume that you'll be sharing the presentation with the viewers.
Yes, yes, we
Okay,
will.
because it's a valuable presentation, and they can learn a lot from it, and there's a lot of links and good info.
Okay. So
Yes.
we
Okay,
will share the
All
presentation
right.
with our
Thank you.
viewers.
okay,
And
no problem.
yeah, so thank you, Larry, for that presentation. It was very, very
You're
interesting. And
welcome.
congrats again to Vivian for winning the free consultation.
Okay,
Before we end this webinar, I'd like to say that due to the BHA AGM, we won't be having our webinar next month. Instead, we'll continue on in July the
July the 26th,
yes, and the topic will be about social media.
social media
So if you're
marketing.
interested, then be on the lookout for an email from Alicia for the registration link for that. And also, if you have blogs that you like for BHA to submit on their new blog site, feel free to click the offer and submit your blog to Alicia. And yeah, thank you all for logging in today. Thank you, Alicia and Larry, for joining me in this
thank you
webinar.
guys for having me.
Thank you as
And
well. Take care.
Okay, take care. Happy Friday. Bye bye.
bye.